So starting from the front, I've got the rocker bar from MCC. Great little bull bar. It's taken a bit of a beating, this unit, and it's held up really well. I've got the Runva 11XP winch, really reliable winch. It's look, I haven't had a great deal of use out of it, but the times I have used it, it's been really good and really reliable. LightfoxLights there, so one's a bit of a spreader there and one's more of a spotty, so I get a really good spread of light in those dark situations. With the winch, I've got the Saber winch shackle. Now I do have a video on that, and that's been just a really reliable and sexy unit there. Going down underneath, I have my booze bash plates. So that's a 3-bit system. I'll give you a bit of a closer look at that, but really reliable system. Of course, your suspensions are really important, and I've got the Outback Armour suspension kit, and really reliable unit, and fully adjustable as well. So it's held up in some great situations. You've got some recovery points there from MCC as well, and they mount nicely to the MCC rocker bar. Moving on to the side here, I've got the BFG KO2s, great reliable tyre. Look, I'm not convinced they're as great as they used to be, but at this stage, they are still my go-to tyre, and unless someone can suggest a better option. I've also got the Rock Sliders here. They're from MCC in Dandenong as well. Great bunch of guys there, worth a chat too. I've got the XTM Awning, just a single awning there. I do have a 270 awning on the trailer, but this has served me pretty well here. I've got some lights there for camping situations, and a little bit of red contact paper over that, just to help keep the bugs away. Another light there on the back, just mainly for reversing, and if I am needing a little bit of light out the back. And up the top here, I've got my Yakima shovel holders. They're really good, great product, lockable, hold it really well. So I've got the Rhino roof rack there, just a flat rack there. That sits quite flat. I've got that mounted straight to the rails. That there holds my solar panel, which charges my 3rd battery that runs the fridge, and also my recovery racks, and of course the awning as well. Moving into the back here, I've got the 53 litre dual zone fridge. Picked that up from Dirt Road 4x4. It's been a great fridge, very reliable unit, and it definitely serves me well, and great for a single person, even a small family. I've got here just something to put together. It's a little table that sits out the back that folds down flat, just a little extra bench space. I've got a little bit of bench space here as well, and that of course holds onto my little hatchet and fire extinguisher as well. I've got a drawer system, just the Titan drawer system. As you can see there, a couple of storage suggestions there. I keep my gloves there handy, just velcroed to the side. This here's a little shotgun pallet holder, and that holds my spare batteries for my torches and stuff. One end I've got pretty much all my tools, bits and pieces, and emergency gear. And in the back here is a lot of just my camping gear, bug sprays, toilet paper, all those sort of emergency items that I always want to keep handy. I've got in the back here too a bag which holds all my toiletries and stuff, so you know, if I ever get stuck on the side of the road and need something, I've got a spare shovel in there and some toilet paper so I can sort myself out. A couple of points here for charging my electronics, and I do have a separate video on my full battery setup, but a couple of USB ports and cigarette lighter ports there, a couple also on the other side that run my fridge as well. Also under here we've got the Brown Davis long range tank. That's a 112 litre tank. It replaces the original tank, and as you can see, it actually sits quite nicely, quite flush with the car, so minimises any risk of damage and that sort of thing. Moving into the back seat here, I've got a couple of these Molle back seat organisers. they're really great idea and a great way to organise all your gear. In the other end here, I've got one on the other side, and that carries my Saber soft shackle and just other bits and pieces that I need to be able to grab easily and quickly if I need to. And just a great little storage device, so you can buy multiple pockets for it to make it easier. I've also got in the back here my third battery. I've got a separate video on that one if you want to have a look, and that is my 120 amp LifePo lithium battery that runs my fridge. I do have a tri-battery system, so that means basically I've got 3 batteries. I've got 2 under the bonnet, the main one of course starting and powering my car. The second battery is an 80 amp AGM battery that is predominantly set up for my electronics to keep all my camera gear and all that charged up. And the third battery there for running the fridge predominantly. Okay, another one here I've got in these side pockets here, I've got my Saber tire deflator. I do have another video on that. If it's not up there, it's coming. I do have a tire pressure gauge as well, just to double check. Now in the cockpit here, it's relatively basic, but I do have a couple of extra bits and pieces. I do have the iDrive throttle controller. That's been a pretty good reliable unit, and I definitely wouldn't go far without it. And up here you can see the power switch for my torque converter lockup kit. I do have another video on that. If you've got a Challenger or a Pajero and you tow, I definitely recommend these units. They're an absolute must in my opinion. You can watch my video and learn why. And here I've got the Red Arc brake controller. I do plan on doing a video on that soon. That's been a great reliable unit as well. Pretty much runs itself. You don't have to do anything, just plug and go. A couple of switches there to turn on the lights in the back for when I'm reversing, nice and handy. I do have the GME XRS radio. As you can see there, the bulk of the unit sits behind the dash, so all you see is the hand controller there. Over here I've got the tire pressure monitor system. That's a basic unit that runs off solar and quite cheap on eBay. I do have another video on that if you want to have a look. Down here I've added a couple extra points for charging, because obviously when I'm driving around I've got a lot of electronics to charge, so I needed a couple extra points. I've got the King's thermometer over here, and I've also got another thermometer on the back which tells me what's going on in the fridge as well. Got also some neoprene seat covers. They're really handy if you're out for driving and stuff, and like me, eating chocolates in the car and don't want to dirty your seats. I do have lots of other bits and pieces that I do add into the car when I'm actually forward driving, so like some rubber mats and that sort of stuff, but we may save that for another video. Also under here I have my AutoFix 3210 scanner. That sits in there permanently. It's saved my butt a couple of times. Absolutely essential as far as I'm concerned. I do have a visor organiser here as well, little Molle kit with a few pockets. That's just a cheapie off eBay, quite handy to have. I've been collecting some cloth patches up here as well from different places. I do have my own one there as well, and hopefully I'll make that available on my website soon, nowmetime.com. And I do have a little net there, divider there, storage pocket that helps stop things from flying through the back, and just a little bit of extra storage of course. And I do of course have my Safari Snorkel here, pretty reliable unit. It's served me well over the years. On the bonnet here you can see some stickers. They're basically all the locations that I've done videos on or travelled to, so you can check some of those out on my channel of course. There you go guys, I hope you enjoyed that walk around. If you've got any questions or you want to know more about anything, please let me know in the comments. Until then, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys.